Hey y'all, this is Billy along with a homestead honey, aka Michelle at Perma Pastures Farm. We're going to be starting some seeds today. So this is real exciting stuff. So Michelle, what are our components that we have here?
All right, we've got our trays that we're going to start it in. We've got some seed starting mix. We're going to fill up our trays. And then I've got a bunch of different varieties of our warm season vegetables that we're going to start. Cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, a little bit of winter squash.
Now we're going to be doing it a little different this time. Instead of using the seed starting mix that we make from our own compost, we're using some local stuff. And when I say local, we've always encouraged everybody, there is nothing better than the stuff you produce at home. Well, we used it all up and we didn't take another 18 days to make more. So what we got is this local stuff right here. And when I say local, it's like literally down the road from us. So this is as local as we can find. And that's important because the microbes that you got in the soil that's 10 hours away, I guarantee are nowhere close to the ones that you have at your place. So that's very important. So we got that. And then also what else we're not doing, since we don't have our own compost, we're not going to use the seeds we typically save. And as you can see, every single time we start to film, here comes the wind. All right, so what do we got here? These, instead of the seeds that she has saved and put back, we're going to do a little test here. We got these seeds from Heaven's Harvest, and that's what we're going to use today. So we're not using seeds that we've collected, and we're not using compost or seed starting mix that we've created. So that's going to be the difference today, and we're going to let you know how that pans out. So what's the first step, homestead honey?
So first we're going to fill our trays with the seed starting mix.
All right, take number 3, because every time we get to filming, Michelle's got to start acting up.
It's because Billy can't follow directions.
No, I'm following directions.
So we're just filling up each individual cell and smoothing it out so that it's there's no holes or it's not like heaped up anywhere.
It's just so lovely. You like my technique here?
No, I don't.
Wax on, wax off?
No.
You don't like the way I roll? You don't like the way I'm doing this? Okay. Look at that. I learned that in the swamps of Mogadishu, honey.
Mom, are you a gardening nut?
No, he just doesn't know how to follow directions.
No. Hey, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you're seeing her in rare form today. She's actually behaving. Let's keep this camera rolling 100% of the time. So then maybe she'll...
Whatever.
Because what you don't see is... Every time that camera goes off. Would you like to demonstrate what that looks like?
Yeah, I'll demonstrate. Hey, Billy, do what I tell you to do, and you won't ever hear that.
Yeah.
How's that?
Little boy came to investigate what that
What's
noise
going
was
on?
about.
Are you a good helper, Bubby?
Oh, did you hear Milk Boy? Did you hear her going wee 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 wee? Wee 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 wee. Wee 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 wee. All right, so Milk Boy is over here to help too. We're now to the next phase, but y'all, here's why I wanted to do this experiment. There's a whole lot of companies out there, especially in these times. Look, I'm not going to belabor the point. We all know the times, and we all know that we need to be growing food. In fact, we're going to be talking about that in a very upcoming podcast about that very thing. But there's a whole lot of companies out there claiming we got survival seeds. What are you supposed to do? Wait until a disaster jumps off? Oh, Michelle, snap, there's a disaster. Let's go plant these seeds so we can eat in about 60 days. Does that make any sense on any planet? No, it does not. Sorry, I didn't mean to digress. But these people didn't claim these things were survival seeds. What did they say they were? Heirloom seeds, and that's exactly what we want. But Michelle, you were saying something earlier about the selection of seeds that they have.
So we ordered seeds from one of those survival seed companies like probably almost 10 years ago, and the varieties that they included were I had never heard of them before. I don't know which region of the country.
It ain't even a country. Yeah, if you were in the highlands of Peru, they might work out for you. But yeah, they're just throwing, hey, Vern, throw some seeds in that packet. And then they send it on down the road.
Yeah.
That ain't how these folks operate, because what are you seeing?
So the tomato, we got some Romas. We're going to plant those. California Wonder peppers, that's a pretty good common variety. National pickling cucumbers. jalapeno pepper, Waltham butternut squash, and cow sweet watermelon, and Jumbo Hale's best cantaloupe.
I ain't got nothing to say about that watermelon, but let's just drive on.
Included with your seed kit, they give you a little list, a handy sheet of what they included in the bucket and the variety, and they also give you a list of like companion plants that you can plant with each variety, and also things to avoid. And they also give you about how many seeds come in each packet. So that's just a handy thing to have when you're starting your seeds.
Especially if you're new at all this, y'all. I mean, it's kind of cool that they take the guesswork out of it, and they're not giving you some highland species that's only going to do well, you know, in some place that you don't live. So that's really awesome too. So, all right, we're going to get into how she goes about planting them while I'm keeping everything from blowing away.
Also, they come in a resealable waterproof package, which are nice because inevitably I always get water on my seed packets somehow. So this makes it nice waterproof packaging.
Well, you can also collect them and put them in there later on, you know, when it's all said and done.
In this tray, we're going to start some Roma, they're paste tomatoes. And I usually put a hole, I go through and put a hole in, like with my Sharpie, before I start seeds, before I put them in, I mean. And I do more than one per cell, just in case one doesn't germinate. I don't do it very deep, just enough to cover it up.
You want to tell them what you do with a lot of the overflow? I mean, they wind up in a centropic thing out there in the food forest, or...
Yeah, we usually, with our extras, we usually try to stick them someplace. Like in between the trees, since our trees aren't huge yet, there's enough sun that gets to it that we can plant them in between.
It's pretty cool, because last year, like with some of the tomatoes, we used some of the nitrogen fixing trees. We pruned out everything from about here down, and we basically used, it was more of an experiment. We basically used the nitrogen fixing tree. We can come over here and I'll show you. This is one of them that we actually did it on, but this thing, it's been pollarded, and got a little plastic in here, needs to go. Anyhow, last year we literally planted tomatoes right alongside here and used this black locust as a trellis. And you know what? It worked. So that's another guerrilla gardening tip you could also use. This is one of our latest things that we put in terms of an orchard. And remember, it goes up and down this driveway. All through here, we did the same exact thing with peppers, tomatoes, you name it. I mean, basically all the things she needs for me to keep her nice and healthy. Because she wants everybody fat around here but her. Anyway, all through here, in between these trees that are having yet shaded out, guess what? This is an awesome growing medium. It makes it an awesome centropic design. Same thing, that's more of a perennial setup over there because it's a couple of years ahead of this. But you can also take that space in between there. If, for example, we'll go back over here, like right here, we got all these strawberries that are going to be emerging, more plastic, all these strawberries that are going to be emerging through here. Well, we'll have things like a blueberry that'll pop up out of there. That's perennial. Or in the areas where these guys haven't really taken root, that's exactly where we will grow more annuals. Plus, we also find out that the soil over here is going to be more fungal dominant, which is also proven out to be quite an awesome thing. Let's go back to Michelle and check out the seeds.
All right, now that we've got our holes all set, we're just going to start our seeds in there.
I don't have nimble enough fingers to do this, y'all, so unless I get some tweezers, it ain't going to happen. I don't even know how you do this.
While I'm doing this tray, William's going to start seeding this other tray, and we're just going to start a tray of their California Wonder Peppers, which is just a bell pepper. And then in this other tray, we're going to do the National Pickling Cucumbers. And in the other tray, we probably could do like a couple things of jalapenos, some of the butternut squash, and then some of the cantaloupe and the watermelon. We're not going to do full trays because we don't eat that much of each of them. All right, well, they're finishing up seeding. I'm just going to go through and cover them up.
Yeah, we're doing this a second time because she said something that was so politically incorrect they would almost guaranteed they would ban us. But anyway, we gotta save that for events. Anyway, what else? What do you got in here that we have in this water can?
So I added some of this mycorrhizal fungal root inoculant to our watering can, and we're just gonna see if it increases our germination rates.
Well, the germination rates, let me just point that out, is already, when I spoke to the people before I even did this, the germination rate is about 85%, which is pretty quite,
it's significantly better. There are some pretty well-known seed companies that I quit ordering from because their germination rates were horrible. Like years ago, I quit ordering from them. And then I gave them another try just a couple of years ago, and their germination rates are still horrible. So I'm like...
Well, we're going to find out exactly the full extent of how everything works out here. I have openly endorsed Heaven Harvest for their food. It is excellent. It's without a doubt the best I've ever had in terms of the freeze-dried world. But regarding some of those seeds, I wonder, and I'm not sure about this, but I wonder if some of it might have to do that they actually ship this stuff in Mylar. So I don't know if it blocks the radiation that's happening in the mail system. I don't know what's going on exactly. But they're touting an 85% germination rate, which is going to be quite impressive. We're going to let you know if it works. We'll let you know, and if it doesn't, we'll let you know one way or the other.
Also, this is supposed to help with root growth, to promote more root growth.
So I'm going to hand this off to her because I can't even water right. I guarantee it.
I'm going to get this stuff out of the way.
What did Dad want to use to water the seedling?
Pressure washer. Yeah, and this watering can is not.
Back it off a little bit. I mean, like, that means like slow down the stream. Huh?
I can't.
Mom waters like a hood rat shoots.
Boom, 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 boom. Hold your gun sideways. Now it goes. Well, that was quite the deluge. I think the pressure washer might have been a better option. Well, so here we go. So what are we going to do with them now?
All right, now we're going to put them in the high tunnel, and I don't think we're supposed to have any more frost in the next 10 days, 2 weeks. But if we do, then we're just going to have to cover them up.
And they're going to be up in here. So that's where they're going to be. So that's pretty much a wrap. I got to say, right from the get-go, I'm pretty doggone impressed with what comes in that bucket and the fact that it's not some lunatic nonsense that won't even grow in North America. I also love that it comes in Mylar packages, which can be reused. And I also love that, the price is right, especially these days. If you need anything from them, y'all look down below. It's going to be in the description box. Bone sauce, world's best deer repellent. We make it right here on this farm. Also comfrey. It is definitely that time to put it in. We're going to be doing a lot of videos on that and just how much we feed to our animals. You want to check us out, y'all? We're going to be all over the place. Listen to the Permaculture Pimpcast, the most ballin'est pimpcast on planet Earth. And by the way, if you wanted one of these ballin' shirts like we got, go check out my man Eric Sider. We'll list that down below as well. All right, y'all, this is Billy on behalf of the Homestead Honey from Perma Pastures Farm, where permaculture is my passion. It's hers too.